All of this comes as new reports out today show Russia is decimating what's left of Ukraine's pregnant women army. Today's numbers show Ukraine is now losing 650 people per day. That's on the low end. The estimates are now between 650 and 800. I went with the low number. 650 per day. And Russia has launched devastating advances in the siege of Avdiivka. This is a strategic town, of course. That siege started last month. One of probably the most important strategic position for Russia in a town in former eastern Ukraine, a gateway to Donetsk, and it's about to fall into Russian hands completely. And Russia isn't even throwing many troops into this particular battle. Even Ukraine admits they can't do anything to stop Russia at this point. Ukraine says Russia committing few troops to the Avdiivka battle. Few troops. But perhaps the most shocking report of all just managed to be translated from Ukrainian this morning into English. And something big is happening in Ukraine, guys. I think you're going to see this blowing up over the next 24 hours. It's nighttime there, so we'll see how this trickles overnight. But it's getting big right now. No one is reporting this in the United States. Hat tip to Moon of Alabama for getting this translation. And then now Ukrainian papers are picking this up. Member of Ukraine's parliament is calling for Ukraine's General Zaluzhnyi to resign because he failed to turn in a Ukraine battle plan for next year. Just let that sink in for a minute. There she is. That's Mariana Buzagalagia. She admits that she had this discussion with Zaluzhnyi, the top military brass, and then she wrote about it on her Facebook page. Now, remember her, because I don't think she's long for this world. When you see where we're going with this.
Or at least her career. Let's not wish her...
No, I'm not wishing her any ill will. She's telling the truth here.
Just avoid any windows. Any windows.
People have a funny way of disappearing there. Anyway, Mariana posted to her Facebook page. She had this meeting with them, and then she posted on her Facebook page about this private meeting with Zaluzhnyi. And she says, yes, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces could not provide a plan for 2024. Neither large nor small, nor asymmetrical nor symmetrical. The military just said they need to take at least 20,000 citizens a month. This discussion was non-public, she writes, but the tension was growing, and now the situation is such that if the military leadership can't present any idea for 2024, then such a leadership should leave, she wrote. She's asking him to resign. She's asking Zaluzhnyi to resign. So Zaluzhnyi wants 20,000 men per month. That's not going to happen.
Without a plan.
Without a plan. Well, there's no plan. That plan, the 20,000, is just to barely survive. It's to basically keep throwing...
To not survive.
To not survive, but you're just basically throwing, men against a wall and hoping the wall will not collapse on you. That's basically what you're doing. Zaluzhnyi, as Moon of Alabama reports, has no plans for 2024 because there's nothing he can do about the upcoming defeat of the Ukrainian army. Every time he urges to stop defending positions that cannot be held, like Bakhmut and Avdiivka, the political leadership tells him to use all reserves and to keep holding on. Every time he urges to build strong defense lines and retreat to them, he gets overruled. There is thereby nothing except one number that he can plan for. That number is the one of the irretrievable loss of the Ukrainian army is experiencing. Zaluzhnyi needs 20,000 new men per month to replace the losses and keep his army going.
Seems like he has resigned. He's all but checked out because he's got a losing hand.
I mean, it's like, why would I submit a plan for 2024?
Right.
We're not going to be here in 2024. We are done. We are toast. We're literally putting pregnant women in the trenches. So this afternoon, shortly before our broadcast here tonight, just about an hour and a half ago, now this is getting picked up in Ukrainian press in a big way. And the way they're spinning it is members of parliament are fueling rumors of Zelensky conflict, calls for the military leadership change. Ukrainian MPs seek to remove Mariana as head of the subcommittee with the National Security, Defense, and Intelligence Committee after her scandalously outspoken statements. So she lets the cat out of the bag about these private statements with Zaluzhnyi calling for his resignation. And now tonight, the Ukrainian press is jumping all over her, and there's calls for her to be ousted. So what the hell's going on? But I predict some shit's about to hit the fan up there in Kiev. So she tells the truth about this. And 20,000, I didn't mean, what's 20,000 going to, you're losing 650 to 800 people per day.
Right.
Where are you going to get these people from?
And that's someone trying to be a patriot, saying, I believe in my country. I want us to stop dying. I want this to end, right? So I'm going to tell the truth and get it out there.
Well,
What else can she do?
And you're basically demanding that citizens who have no military training take up arms against a well-trained military.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you're getting nowhere.
Right.
There's a video today
to reclaim land for people who were tortured and asked to join Russia.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It never has.
There's a video going viral today. I didn't include it in the show, but I'll talk about it now to David's point. It shows a Russian soldier about 20 meters away from a Ukrainian soldier who is just hit in the leg, in the shin, and is down. And he's like crying, like, please, I surrender. And so the Russian soldier knows they're under attack and, they're getting hit, puts his own life on the line, actually, and tells the Ukrainian, you have to stand up, raise your arms in the air, and we will come, gather you for surrender. And he says, I can't, I was shot in the leg. And he says, okay, stay where you are. And and he tells his men to cover him. He puts his own life on the line, goes about 20 meters, grabs the guy and pulls him back to Russian lines and saves his life. I know it's shocking in this war, right? Then he asks the guy, the point I'm getting to is, well, where is your stock break for your gun? Where's this other part of your gun? Where is this? And the guy says, I never had one. He says, what are they arming you with? You don't even have any equipment. What do he asks them, what are they arming you with? Like, this is what they're throwing at them right now. These guys that aren't even armed.
Right. And so when the West says, we need to stand with Ukraine, what they mean is like, let's give them some spit and glue and stones to throw,
and
right? And they'll keep dying, and we'll be able to keep saying to the press that we're helping out. That's shameful. You should.
Wonder how much. I wonder how many weapons those yachts, the money for those yachts could purchase.
Yeah, $75 million worth of yacht purchases. Maybe they could melt that down into bullets.
Yeah.
Hey, but the good news is BlackRock, in a $1 trillion deal, is now about to line up rebuilding Ukraine. So it's funny how that works out. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this segment here at Redacted. We are live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern time, trying to share the stories that the mainstream media will not cover. You should also come over and join our community of Redacted Rebels over at redacted.inc. That's our private locals community where we can share exclusive content that we simply cannot share here on YouTube. Come over and join the rebellion together right now by going to redacted.inc. We'll see you next time.